Just like the original release back in the day, the entire Heroscape experience will include pre-painted, fully assembled miniatures that will bring the epic struggle for Valhalla to life on your game table. And one of the best features is that all of the new miniatures and factions are fully compatible with the previously released Heroscape.
Okay, wait a second. Heroscape products. Okay, now I'm going to stop you there. Yeah. Okay, what did that just say?
Fully compatible.
Fully compatible with the Heroscape
all new miniatures and packages.
Product. So, does that mean that the rumors that we saw a few weeks ago quite possibly isn't true? If
it's so,
because the wording of this,
right.
I don't know if it's clear enough. I guess in order to be clear enough, it would have to say that it's backwards compatible with the classic Heroscape miniatures. That's not what this says, but it's very, right. very close to saying that. What do you think?
They've mentioned it before, mm-hmm. and they've mentioned it again. I think they actually bring it up a second time. Where is it? I'm jumping ahead a little bit.
We've seen this picture. I mean, it's nice, but this one here is like,
no,
wow.
But, the thing is, they've mentioned it in the past, and mm-hmm. I think, as I recall, right, the rumors and then some of the commentary that was also mentioned, which was also brought up at during the meme podcast, right, that there's sustainable possibility that they aren't using the War Council designs, but if they are committed to compatibility, there is a possible chance that whatever gets released may be changed but still work in a similar way, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm thinking of, like, so for example, when Dungeons and Dragons sets came out, right? Mm-hmm. Heroscape, the at the time there was already a divide between pieces because a lot of the early sets, minus Maladon's Prophecy, was one of the only ones that got reprinted. I think that and like Thor's Vengeance. All those other sets, like definitely like Jandar's Oath and Xanathar's Discovery, so Wave 3 and Wave 4 were really hard to get even back in the day, and it just has gotten worse over time as stock filters out between the different parties. So, and when the Dungeons and Dragons characters came out, you were able to buy those pieces and play them by themselves without needing any of the classic characters, but at the same time they still had synergies that worked with the classic characters, right? Mm-hmm. And I think this is what Renegade's trying to get us to look forward to is, yes, you're going to be able to play these new miniatures with the previous ones, mm-hmm. but at the same time that they're probably not going to incentivize it in a way that makes it where it's necessary.
Right.
Just like the D&D line.
I think it's more like what Sir Heroscape was saying too a few weeks back, how his prediction that it's going to be its own core game,
exactly.
aside from the classic Scape. Which,
like, you can play them together, yeah. They're going to mesh together somehow, like, and we all know, like, if we're like mentioning, because I think one of the big worries is that the designers behind the game right now aren't really familiar with the rules and things like that, mm-hmm. and so therefore it's not going to translate well on the game.
We'll see.
We just have to assume otherwise until we're shown. You know what I mean? Like, there's no evidence both are right. either. And I think it's a little, like, it's difficult to say, because it's like, what is experience in Heroscape? I've been invested with the product for years now, but I barely get to play, right? Like, I play mm-hmm. maybe a couple times a year, usually at events. Actually, in fact, here, like, ScapeCon was one of my first games that had broke a, like, several year streak of not playing, because I don't have people to play with, right? I don't have people around to play with. Does that make me less of a scaper than, say, one of the scapers that play every day? I like to not think that. Like, I don't think that for myself, and I don't put anyone else in the same way.
You're speaking to the choir, right? Here, who handled Heroes. I think I own the world record for handling Heroscape miniatures every day for like 10 years and never really played. And not getting a chance
to play. So that's the thing. It's like, if it does translate into the game, can visually see that, oh my gosh, they don't know, then the only way we will know that is when it comes out, Before that, we just have to take their word right now, and we understand that they want to make it compatible. So in my perspective, I'm taking this as an attempt to do something similar like the D&D line, where you can combine it with the classic pieces and introduce really interesting combinations onto the field, but it won't be something that will require new players to get into. And like, it's not, all right, you want to do a good army, go on eBay. No, it's not. I don't think that's what they're trying.
Yeah.
And that's why they're saying they want to help us enjoy the game, all the classic players, but they also have to market to a new audience.
Right. And you know, if that's the case, and if I have to retract some words that I've said in the past, that's fine. But if that's the case, and this is how it comes to be, people might, I mean, not like this opinion, but I'm willing to accept that. You know, I mean, you can't get 100% everything 100% perfect.
No, like I think there's value in accepting when we misjudge or we misstep or anything like that, because that's what life's about, right? So it's like, it's okay. Like, yeah, we slipped up a bit, because here's the core of it all. Just everything that's going on with everything that's being said. It's just important to know that we're very passionate. I think that's the best thing. It was like very passionate, this franchise, and it's
I'm very concerned.
We're going to get very
you know. I mean, it really it doesn't matter what you do with the game personally, but integrity for me is more important above everything. And keeping honest with yourself and with the people that you're presenting to. So if this is the case, and this is the way that they want to do it, and nothing has been said otherwise, yes, I mean, it's kind of a play at words, what was said, like, say, back last summer, but I'm willing to accept that. Yeah. Okay, well, you know, that's a conversation on that, but I felt that needed to be said, because I didn't really see anybody speaking about that in the Discord or on Facebook. There might have been, but I didn't see it, so I wanted to bring that out. And if you got nothing else to say, you can continue reading.
No, I gotcha. Yeah. Well, and then like ties into what we were saying earlier, because it says, while not many gamers now have previous Heroscape figures in collections, there are many devoted fans who have embraced the game and kept it alive.
We'll take the crumbs.
So yeah, there is a shout out to the community out there. That was copy editing aside, as everyone's been pointing out. They did take the time to write something about us, which is really nice, and I think that means that they are in fact considering our view of things, right? They see us. That's what's important, right? They see us.
You're damn better.
It's just a matter of it's a matter of working out the kinks of the relationship thing. We're just kind of like ironing out stuff right now between them. But no, I'm like I said, cautiously optimistic is a good phrasing for it, for what is in store.
Now you just popped in my head. It's like dating that girl for the first time, you know, or guy.
You don't know anything.
You're kind of awkward. You don't know what the other person wants or likes, and then all of a sudden you accidentally kiss them in the mouth by not really meaning to kiss them in the mouth, and turns into a whole awkward situation. But a year later, you end up marrying them, so you know it all works out at the end.
That sounds a little personal.
It's a tad bit familiar to me, because that is my story. But you know that's
like, that sounds like lived experience ?
I mean, it wasn't on the first date or anything. Yes, it was.
Hey. That's funny.